Hi. Welcome, everyone. If you are new around here, I'm Janine Marino. I am a world schooling mama of 5 boys, and I am super excited today. I'm going to introduce you to my beautiful friend, Kristie Geraghty. So, Kristie here is someone that I am just so excited that we are able to link arms here in this incredible opportunity that I've come across that honestly I was not looking for, but I just could not unsee. When it comes down to it, my heart is really to help more families to have breakthrough in their finances. And that is exactly what the Lord told me we were going to be doing here in this space, and why I am so excited about this opportunity. It is honestly better than anything I've ever come across. And so I'm just so excited to be able to do this and to finally have something that I can plug people into that I am 100% confident that I can help them reach their goals. And so, Kristie, thank you for joining me. Welcome. Please tell us a little bit about you and about your story.
I would love to. Thank you so much for having me, Janine. And hello, everybody. Great to connect with everybody here. And I just got to say, if you guys are watching this, Janine, I've only known you for what, about a month, maybe two, maybe a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I am absolutely blown away by you. And
Oh,
so, you guys who are following Janine, you already know how incredible she is, but she is part of the fastest growing team right now in globally, actually. And so it's really cool to see your leadership and to see what you're doing and how you're helping so many families truly globally, not just in the US, not just in Canada, but all over the world. And it's just a pleasure to get to do this with you. So thank you for having me. And I am excited to share a little bit. And okay, real quick though, where are you right now?
oh, Morocco. So sorry if my Wi-Fi cuts out on us.
Right. Can we just talk about that for a minute? This business that you're doing, and you guys are, what do you call it? World schooling.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that is so incredible. So yeah, a little bit about me though. I've been in the online space here for about 13 years, and I got into the online space because I have 5 kids and I wanted to be a more present mom. I was working full time as a nurse, and I just felt like I was missing out on so much. It's the weekends, the holidays, being on call all the time. And I was like, here I am. I get to raise these little people, but I'm never home. And so I was looking for something that would allow me to be home. And that's when I found the online space and that you can actually, build something here. And so I've been doing this for about 13 years. I built multiple 6-figure businesses. I've also had businesses that tanked, and just lessons along the way of knowing what to look for in a business and what not to look for in a business. And I've just learned a lot, and taken a lot of educational classes and things like that on this. But when this opportunity came to me 4 months ago, I was like, oh well, I don't really travel all the time right now, and it's probably not for me. And then I looked at the opportunity and I was like, well, it's not that I don't want to travel. It's that I haven't had the money to be able to travel with my 5 kids. And then also, being able to, when you have a big family, to be able to go travel, you need 2 rooms, you need a villa, you need some big places to go. And I started to dream a little bit again of what this could look like for
I,
my family. And, it's been really cool. So for us, it was really 4 things that stuck out to me and getting started. And one of them was eventually it was travel. I'm like, I want to do this more. I love that I'm not a travel agent, right? I love
yeah.
that I'm not having to book people's trips, and it's a product that is digital. That to me was like, I've worked in health and wellness. I worked with makeup, skincare. I worked in high ticket and high stress. And this was just fun.
Yeah.
It was like we were bringing the fun back. And so that was the first big thing that stuck out to me. I have 3 other things that stuck out, but I don't want to keep yapping.
Well, on the travel piece, so being that we travel full time, I get approached by travel companies all the time, and I've said no to all of them. And honestly, most of the time, they're not done well. It's usually white
Yeah.
labeled, so they just slap a name up on there, and that means it's not usually good customer service. They don't own their platform. Or again, like you said, you have to be a travel agent. And nothing against travel agents. Like you guys are
Right.
amazing. I don't want to plan
Yeah.
anyone else's trips and I don't want to trade time for money. Like it's really
Yes.
just not for me. And then the other piece too is, sometimes when you look at these things, it's either like only luxury travel or the comp plan isn't great. And so or it's
Mhm.
expensive. And so it doesn't make sense for the average person or the average family. And that's really something that I wanted. I wanted something that this will work for everyone. And so I love that we have both. We have, when I was going to Istanbul, I was looking for a place to stay, and you could stay at like a $16 hostel or like a $10,000 a night fancy place. Like they really
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
everything. And so I really love that. And then I also just the customer service is incredible. And so the product is really well done. So that was really important to me. And then, the compensation plan. I mean, can we just talk about that for a minute? My goodness. It's just something I could not unsee. And I just thought, this is a way that we can help more people to have, reach their goals so much
Yeah.
faster with so many less people, and not just for the 6 and 7 figure earners, not just for the top
Yes.
1%, but
Yes.
for everyone. So that was really important to me too.
Absolutely. And that was on my list of four, the compensation plan. I'm like, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I have been absolutely blown away at the ability to get paid the way that we do and in nine different ways. Like, it has blown my mind. I've been here for about 4 months, a little over 4 months now, and I brought in over $70,000. And I say that not because I can promise that for everybody, but because you can see the potential and what is possible here with the compensation plan. And what I love is it's really set up so it's not just the top people winning, right? And a lot of companies you see, it's just those top people winning. And here it's, people are able to get in, and if they show up, right, they do the work, they do our training that we have set up for them, they can really start to duplicate. And I think we've shown that really well because our team, the team that, we are part of, we are number one in the US and number five globally for just that, for helping people in the beginning being able to duplicate. I don't think there's a better, I don't know. That to me is one of the best ranks that you can be in when it comes to, okay, this shows that you are helping new people grow.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, okay, like that is what it's about, being able to help people get in, have more freedom for their families financially, and really take a lot of that stress off.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the one of the biggest things too is just the training and the
Mhm.
accountability and really the community effect and support here is just different than anything else I've been a part of because we really we're like in the trenches with people and I
Yeah.
love that because that's what people need. I mean, I know when I first got started in this space, that's what I needed, I needed to
Mhm.
ask a million questions. I needed to know
Yeah.
exactly how to show up, how to be authentic, how to share, and serve with love. Like, how do you do that?
Mhm.
And so I love that, and you guys have such an incredible like accountability and just working Zooms, like where you actually get to like work together. It's so much fun. Like I'm having
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah, it really is like there's people actually coming out of retirement that were or people that were swearing they would never do anything in the online space again. And they're coming back and they're like, okay, I know I can't tell you how many people have said that to me. I know I was gonna never do anything again, but this is I want to jump into the timing of it too. The timing of this right now is what absolutely blows my mind. The first time I ever built a six-figure business was when they were launching, right? Because most millionaires, multimillionaires in this space are built during the pre launch and launch of a business.
Yeah.
And so seeing that piece of it, right now we get to help launch certain areas of the world. But we've also been in Europe for 12 years. We have over 500,000 happy members. We have a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot. So it's like we're being handed both. Like, here you go, the momentum to be at the beginning of North America or Australia, but I'm also giving you, we have stability.
Right.
It's like you truly cannot find a better mix as far as timing goes, really.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing I thought was cool, and I learned this when I was talking to someone in Istanbul, was that 85% of that 500,000 are just happy members. Like that's
Yes.
incredible. Like that says so much about the platform and about the savings and about like what we're
Yeah.
doing. Like,
Yeah.
and so I thought that was so big to hear that. I was like, oh, that's like changes things a little bit, you know?
Mhm. Well, because so many companies, at least that I've been part of in the online space, the customers are the people that are also the distributors.
Hmm.
So when you hear this is how it should be, right? You want to have way more members than you actually have business partners in this. And like that number, I hadn't even heard that number was that high. I knew it was high, but 85%, I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was really important to know because you want to make sure, I'm the kind of person I've actually had to walk away from businesses before because the product wasn't what they said. And
Yeah.
something would come up where it was like I can't do this and I know that there are people that are like, well, they built their whole life on this and they won't walk away and I just can't. Like I cannot authentically show up somewhere if something is not like that I can 100% back it. And not to
Yeah.
say it's perfect, nothing is absolutely perfect, but you have to be able to have something that you can authentically share and
Yeah.
authentically be like, this is good, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful that we have that and that it's so simple because it's digital. But then it's not the same as like I was a part of digital marketing for a long time and was very
Yeah.
successful there and it was great. But the things that we're missing, like first off, we were missing the community and that support and that, the way that we do things here. And then also the residual piece. Like we get
Yeah.
paid 9 ways here. It's daily, weekly, monthly, and also it's like 85% commission, but 55% residual. That's huge. Like residual,
Yeah.
that was like something like when I was rocking it out in digital marketing, but I had so much anxiety because I was like, but what happens if it stops? Because it's not
Yeah.
residual, you know?
Yeah. That's a great point. It's like a one-off sale.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge, right? I mean, that's a big part of it is you can count on certain things are going to continue to happen because of how this is set up. If anything, like to look at what this comp plan looks like, to me, it is worth every single person's time to look at this, especially if you've been in digital marketing, affiliate marketing, or, really anything, truly. But
Yeah.
it really blows my mind. I was with another company, just like perspective wise, but the first company that I built that was successful, what like I said, it was the one that we were launching in the US. And at the end of the time I was there, my last month, my team did about 200 and almost a quarter of a million in sales for that month. And my income was only $6,000. And we
Wow.
did, I was at one of the highest ranks in the company. I had helped so many people build in their leadership roles there, but every time somebody hit a leadership role there, my income would drop because they'd break off from me. And
Mm,
so here I was with this huge team, huge volume, and I was bringing in. Now, I'm not saying 6,000 is something that you sneeze at, but I'm saying when you have that much volume and
yeah.
that large of a team, like I don't even want to imagine what the numbers, if I took that number and I put it over here, what would be happening. But, it's just there's so much potential in this. And I say that because the comp plan is just, it's night and day different from
Yeah.
anything I've seen.
Yeah. And on
Yeah.
top of that, it's not because I've been a part of high ticket too. It's not high
Yeah.
ticket investment to get started, which is
No.
huge because, the last thing I want to do is put someone into a bunch
Yeah.
of debt in order to get started to make an income, And so I
Yeah.
think that's huge too because I know that that looks really great on paper, but when it comes down to it, like you really want something that's residual where the volume doesn't flush and you're not starting over
Yes.
at zero every month, because that makes a huge difference.
Well, that was another big piece too, not having to start over at zero every month. And there's certain spots within the company where you don't lose your rank at all. Like if you were to be in this and there's different ways that they pay out where if you drop below what your rank was, you're still going to get paid out the same way like you were that rank. And that blew me away too because I'm like, wait a second, what?
That's
This is
awesome.
crazy. Like, how does this even work? But it's been working and it's been around
Mhm.
solely as travel for 9 years. So, I mean, that's 8 years, 9 years.
I don't know. I know it's been around
It's
for
eight or
12
nine
years. I
years.
don't
It's
remember
been
what
around for 12
shifted.
years. Yeah. And then it shifted somewhere in there, the 8 or 9 year to solely travel. And
Okay.
that's the other thing I love about what we do is we're not travel with health and wellness or travel with something else. We are focused on travel, at being the best at travel.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really important. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
gosh, thank
It's
you
so
so much
great.
for coming
Yeah.
on here. So tell me a little bit before we hop off, just
Mhm.
for that person that is like either A, in a space where they're like, I don't know if I want to do it again, or I'm already doing something. I don't know if I want to look at something else. Like, speak into that a little bit because I know we have so many people here and we even have some hidden
Mhm.
gems that we
Yes.
don't speak of because
Yeah.
they're kind of like doing this in the behind the scenes. So let's just talk to that person of, someone that is maybe already doing something, but they're kind of feeling that nudge of, what is going on over here.
Yeah, I want to speak to that person because that was me. And I feel like that was you too.
Yeah,
Like I was not looking for something.
right. Me neither.
I was struggling financially at that time. We were struggling. I had built a high ticket business that in the beginning like took off like a rocket ship, and we had built six figures, just to six figures, right? It was like I just hit that number. And then it tanked. And it was like for the last 5 months that I was there, it was like, I had hit this big rank in the company and I wasn't making a dime,
Yeah.
but it always looked like, you were doing so well and things were going so good. And what was really hard was when I shifted here and somebody reached out to me, I was so focused on what I was doing, Janine. I was like, no, I don't need to look at anything else. I don't need to look at anything else. I'm good, but I wasn't making money.
Yeah.
Right. And so
Right.
there's a time where it's okay to look at something else. Like if you're in a situation where maybe you're not making the income that you want to be, or you're like I was in that other company I was talking about, and you're bringing all this volume in, but as you start to build, you see it rather going down rather than up, or maybe your situation looks different. But what is so cool here is you can do this with anything else. There's no restrictions as far as you being able to do this. And so I feel like that's something that allows people to be able to look at this. I just kept talking. So I don't know. I know your internet went
It was
out,
my
but I was like,
camera. It wasn't even my
oh,
Wi-Fi.
okay.
My
I was
camera
like,
just
I'm
went
just going to
out.
keep talking. But I feel like this is something where you could easily add it on to what you're doing, or you could look at this and say, okay, right now, we are not going to have the same time. In a year, it's going to be different. This is
Hmm.
not going to be the same in a year. It's going to be great still, but it's not going to be the same. Right now, you have an opportunity to literally be at the beginning, which is when people often say, I wish I had been part of this then. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like this is the then. You know what I mean?
totally.
And the different ideas we have and ways to be able to help people and bless people. And I mean, it's like I get chills. I just get goosebumps. So it's worth checking it out. It's worth looking at the comp plan. It's worth hearing a little bit about it. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And you stay exactly where you are now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. And that is
I don't
actually
know.
like something that God has told me so many times when I've been looking at things. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's
Yeah.
so true. And so,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. If you are in that situation or you're feeling that nudge, I mean, even if you're not in that situation, you're like, but
Mhm.
what if I'm missing out on something bigger?
Yeah.
Sometimes that is the case. And so definitely reach out, pop a comment below. I'll get you some more information. We will definitely love to chat with you and just kind of share what we're doing here. And honestly, we are going to be making such a big impact. We just were talking before this about
Ugh.
just some like downloads and different ideas that we have to help more non-for-profits, ministries, and missionaries. And I just am so excited about what we are doing here and just
Ah,
this vehicle is can do so much for so many people and I like it's literally like almost brings me to tears thinking about
yeah.
just what we're going to do and so
It's so
just
powerful.
Just so excited. So, thank you so much for joining me today, Kristie.
Yes.
I so appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that we get to link arms and do this together, and so grateful for your mentorship and just everything that you do for our team. You just pour out all the time, and I just am so grateful. And I know everyone else is too, because it just makes it so much fun and just so great to be around. So, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.